The Steel City is ready at Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. Today, a good battle in the AFC. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Michael Badgley will be the first to get this one going. Off we go from the Steel City. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proving to be a really hard team to beat.
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
It's a loss of 8.
DeForest Buckner. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, took the fight right to him, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
The shotgun, it's A-Rob. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So critical in success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
You know, how often do we see guys in the league, Mike, that are former first-round picks? They get significant starting time with their original franchise, and then there's a change of address, right? They got to go play for a new team and start a new chapter of their career. Some guys take it and run with it, and some guys we never hear from again. I have a funny feeling this situation he's walking into in Indianapolis, quarterbacks, I think he has some pieces around him, and I think people don't appreciate the kind of athlete and the skill set that Daniel Jones has.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Throwing on first down is Jones. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Play action now. It's Jones. Open man downfield. It's set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's second and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
A quick throw on this RPO, and Downs has it. And it'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
At the 4-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Second and a yard. Jones to the air again. He pulls it in around the 5. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Third down.
Third and a yard. Again, it's Jones. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Throw it there tells us everything we need to know about the decision coming up here on fourth down. He didn't have anything available, threw it away, and I think in this part of the field, you got to really think hard about going for it.
They'll go for it. It's Jones. To the goal line and in. Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Colts.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Badgley's extra point is good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. Both kicks away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Steelers offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Off the play fake, Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Fryermuth. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the gun, Rodgers. A throw on the move is caught. From up and down, just shy of the 40.
12 yards.
It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and it really hits the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Oh. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. 3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. It either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Colts offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Jones. He's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. Indianapolis, 42 yards.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. 1st down, Colts.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be close to a down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
And the Colts, 1st down. A gain of a yard. And the Colts, 1st down.
In motion is Warren. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Jones keeping this one.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Jones. And he's in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Indy. Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, this is going to be a long day for this defense.
Badgley now to tack on the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice, looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Rodgers now. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers will set up the screen to Gainwell. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
It is 3rd and long. Rodgers to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
That's good for a Colts. 1st down. A gain of 1 yard. 1st down, Indianapolis.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the 1st down anyway.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Working from the gun, it's Jones. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. Pressure gets there.
In this defense, they find themselves here just trying to stop the bleeding early. I mean, touchdowns on each of their opening possessions of the game, and at this point, they're just trying to find a way to get off the field. So that sack, it came at the right time.
So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Steelers' offense back onto the field for their next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. That one good for 29.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
So after one, 14-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Big Rover Stewart getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
3rd and long for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Rodgers pass.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Colts offense getting set to get back to work. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this Second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Jones gonna hang on to it here. And they finally bring him down, but he gets it to the red zone. Brings it inside the 20. A big gainer for Indianapolis. 62 yards.
First down.
And this is why you tailor your offense around a guy like this. I mean, every once in a while, mix in some design runs. He's got such game-changing ability with the ball in his hands, and here, he rips off a big one.
And he will score! Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Indianapolis. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
His kick is good. Makes the score Colts 21, Steelers nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Steelers' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Metcalf, the motion man. 1st down for Aaron. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion. Jonnu Smith, the tight end. Man, he was looking for there. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
4th down.
This offense just can't buy a 3rd down conversion right now, Mike. And if you're not going to have a lot of explosive plays, that's just not a formula for success. The ability to sustain drives, maintain possession, that's a critical factor in scoring points in the NFL. And so far, this has been about as bad as it gets.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. shotgun now for Jones. A short pass taken in by Warren. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard
A
line.
gain of 11.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he is out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage, so he's going to end up losing a couple of yards. Not a good first down.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time, comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
Trying to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now a second down throw from Rodgers. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And the best offense on third downs, Mike, is to be really good on first and second down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
Here's Corliss Waitman now, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll do so with first and 10. It's Jones. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Jones to throw on second down. Moving to his left.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. Throwing now is Jones. He's got his man. That's down. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Indianapolis.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 13 yards on the catch there. That's good for a Colts first down.
13 yards. First down, Colts.
Taylor gets it out of the pistol. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
T.J. Watt there on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. They go right back to Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Throwing is Jones on third down. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Steelers offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start first and 10. This on the ground with Warren. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He takes off. And Rodgers has done this long enough. Gives himself up at the end, but he's got a first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, Mike, the offense's first priority is to pick up one first down. Well, the quarterback does it all himself, gets out of the pocket for a nice scramble, and he's able to move the chains.
Here's the change of pace back. That's Kenneth Gainwell. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. That's a Steeler first down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Throwing, Rodgers. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And he's close to another first down. He'll step out right at that first down marker.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
This one grabbed by Austin. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Mekhi Blackman. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Jones. Oh, that one floated off his back foot. It is intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
A big play by the big fella. And Mike, we love it. Anytime any of the big guys up front get their hands on the ball, I'll tell you what. Look at him with the ball in his hand. I mean, he thought he was back playing Pop Warner in his running back days. That's a big-time play, and I have a feeling he's not going to be giving that ball up anytime soon.
The Steelers' offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. He pulls it in around the 5.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll take it on in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it, and the Steelers get back in it. It is 21-7.
21. Steelers 7. Chris Boswell.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Anthony Gould now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more, and he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. Up the sideline to the 40. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big run from Taylor. 33 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Gun, it's Jones. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Jones operating out of the pistol. He'll step up and run this. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
12 more yards. That's another Colts 1st down. A gain of 12. 1st down, Indianapolis.
The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal try. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And the Colts will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Couldn't take the chance. He's going to return it from the goal line. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Chris
Very
Boswell,
one-sided
the kickoff for
first half
Pittsburgh.
of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Start with Taylor. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and
2. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. I don't think I was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
No gain on the play.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
On third down, here's a run by Taylor. He is going to have a Colts first down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2.
And they continue to lean on him in these short yardage, need to have it situations, tough yards. He's been getting them over and over throughout the course of the game, and he picks up more than enough there on 3rd down.
They'll go again here with Taylor. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped short of first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. it's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down with Taylor. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. And we got a stoppage for an injury. Oh, that is T.J. Watt, who is in some discomfort. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 2. On second down, here's a run with Taylor. Gets to the edge, to the 30. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line. They get 24 on that one. First down, Indianapolis.
First and 10.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
Fake the head. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now Jones. Open man is down. He's got it. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's first and goal.
First and goal at the
Now, so far here
line.
today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw it at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
It's back at the 8 now for second and goal. Back to throw is Jones. He'll step up and run, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn into a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
Jones now on third and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Colts. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Badgley's extra point is good. And the Colts will extend this third quarter lead. The The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Gainwell, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Quick hitting slant there. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. Metcalf left side. He's got it. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers to throw. He finds his man. It's Skoranek. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Here to try a field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. Oswell's kick is good. And the Steelers cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Taylor. Down the sideline, past the 40. How about that run all the way down to the 25-yard line? A big run from Taylor, and even 50 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
That's a move that deserved more than he got in terms of yards. Just a gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal try. This from an even 50 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Gainwell to return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And mark him down up beyond the 30. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. This one could be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
What are you doing?
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and 5. Again, it's Rodgers. He'll dump this out wide to Gainwell. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Really nice play recognition there by the defense. They sensed the quarterback had nowhere to go downfield, and that ball was going to be checked down. The moment that ball hit the running back's hands, there was nowhere to go.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And he's going to have the Steelers' first down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense. So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and he almost comes away with the pick.
Rodgers going up top again. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
What a waste of time.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Throwing, Rodgers. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Give up the middle to Taylor. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier. Patrick Queen on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. On the give, this is Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. That's 1. 17 yards on that connection. That's good for a Colts first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll take this forward for about 5.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
He'll get this quickly to Warren on the RPO. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Here's Jones to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7.
A gain of 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's a run with Abdullah. And he will power his way into the end zone. Amir Abdullah. Touchdown, Indy. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Here's Badgley for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Colts will add one more onto their big lead.
Steelers 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Steelers offense ready to get back to work. To start the drive, and that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he's going to be out of bounds and just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll run the toss with Warren. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun. Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Covering very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
13.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight, they continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
On the handoff, this is Warren, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Rodgers now. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Colts' 27-yard line.
2nd and inches. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unready.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. A gain there of 15. Good for a Steeler first down.
Steelers.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Second down, Rodgers. He takes off, and he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? It is brought in the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers are able to edge a bit closer.
41. Steelers 17.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's a give to Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Now Jones throwing on second down. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
16 yards. And a Colts first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete, and he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
First down, Colts.
So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA. For more, log on to EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.